Welcome to Pretty Paralyzed Personality Podcast, where we share our testimonies and struggles. I'm Effie.
I'm Z.
And it's your girl, Asia.
And on this episode, we're talking about life after the accident. Like, as soon as we open our eyes and our new reality hit.
So, we always got to do a little mental health check-in. How y'all girls been today? Well, this week.
I've been good. Back in school. So I'm just focused on that, and I'm always looking forward to come record and put these episodes out. I love the feedback and attention and this new opportunity we've been getting. So I'm in a good headspace.
That's great.
My mental's been very good. I have me a new puppy. Her name is Zoe. Zoe is like my new support dog now, and she's like the best thing I could have ever thought of. Like, when I tell you she keeps me happy, she pisses me off sometimes, but other than that, like, overall, she's a good puppy and like a good dog to love on. So if you don't have a support dog, get one.
Okay.
Well, I am back in school too. Well, I've been going to campus, but I only go one day out of the week. But it gives me something to do, so I just want to always be like in the house type, trying to find something to do. Yeah. But other than that, you girl just been having fun outside, trying to figure out what we doing with this. Like, I love this. And then I like the fact that, we've been doing this podcast and y'all just been my everyday dogs ever since.
I love it. I look forward to seeing y'all and talking to y'all every day.
Right.
So, I guess I'll go first. My accident, October 13, 2020, I'm coming up on my 5-year. This year as well. And let's see. After we're doing the accident, I just remember everything going black. And I thought I was talking out to where they can hear me, but it was like all in my head. And all I was hearing people say, "We finna get you. They coming. Like, just stay awake, baby. We coming to get you," right? So boom, fast forward, I was awake enough to know that help was coming. And then blink of an eye, I wake up after surgery, ventilator, trach, hair on top of my head. I just remember opening my eyes and can't talk and can't move, right? So they like, "Hey, you're at Grady, you're alive, you're okay, and just blink, if you understand what we're saying." So I'm just looking around. And I do remember them telling me, like, "You're paralyzed," but it didn't register until I was able to actually talk and move and all that. So I just remember, like, trying to talk and say something to my mom, because by this time, I think a week went by and I still wasn't able to see her or anybody. So this when Zoom was popular and they was able to get her on the phone. And I just remember her getting on the phone, and as I'm trying to talk to her, I think I started crying because I couldn't talk, but I'm just like, they like, "Blink, baby, if you understand, if you hear me." So fast forward, I think as soon as we got that call, they tried to take the ventilator out. And I can't remember if my blood pressure like skyrocketed or it fell, but they had to put it back in because like I wasn't ready. Like, I think I panicked, it scared them, and I probably could have died.
Yeah.
So
but
fast forward, right?
Thank
Fast
God.
forward, eventually end up coming out, and I end up going to the room, and the first thing I did was ask for my phone. The girls don't even
girls
see
just be girling, baby.
The girls don't even get up
in here. I mean, like, we're in this generation, but I understand.
The girls don't even get up to see if they can walk. They just be like, "With that phone," and that was me.
Let me see
I
what
just straight
like
wanted my phone, and when I tried to grab my phone, my hands, they used to be a little more out, but they was like this, and I'm like, "What's wrong with my hand?
Right?
Why I can't grip my phone?"
Right.
So at this point, they had to like tell me everything. Like, you paralyzed, got nerve damage in your hand. And I'm like, what happened? Like, they was like, it was either one thing or the other. And I'm like, y'all couldn't save my hand? Like, girl, I was over it.
You worried about the wrong thing.
Yeah.
You
y'all couldn't save my hand.
Your ass.
I couldn't walk, so I'm like, I can't use my hands either. Like, that was my thought process. Like, I was irritated. So the nurse at the time, or maybe it was like one of they texts, she was like, your mom said to call her first before you get on your phone. And I'm like, okay. You know, me being me, I tried to get right on Instagram. I didn't have no Wi-Fi, so it kept scrolling. And the first post I seen was my cousin Jessica and Noonie. I didn't read the caption. I just seen the picture, like, of them. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, yeah, Mom, they told me to call you before I got on Instagram. And she was like, you know, baby, I'm just wanted to let you know that Man and Noonie didn't make it. And then I was like, well, I knew Man didn't make it because during the accident, I heard them say, oh, the driver, he's gone. So I knew that, but I'm like, well, no. Before she told me that, I asked, like, Mom, you talked to Noonie, Diamond, and Jessica. Are they okay? I know, Man didn't make it. And she was like, who told you that? And I'm like, I heard them say it. And that's when she just went on and broke the news. Like, well, baby, Noonie didn't make it. I think my heart just sunk in my ass. Like, whew, that was so emotional. Like, a whole week or two went by. Like, they already done did the candlelights, the funeral.
Oh, yeah. You missed everything.
I missed everything. I didn't get to say.
How long were you in Grady?
I was in Grady maybe 2 weeks before I went to therapy. But I think there was like 1 week had went by when everything was going on. And I'm just like, I know I ain't been down this long. Right. Like, what happened? Like, what did I miss? So yeah, that was what happened. And then I'm in Grady a little longer because I had mucus in my lungs. So they didn't want me to go to therapy or go nowhere until
it cleared up.
Like, it was bad. They ended up even having to send me back up. Is that considered the ICU?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, they had to send me back to ICU for a few days. And nothing wasn't working. You know how they put the vest on? They tried to suction it out. So I had a trick. I used to lean myself back in the hospital bed so the mucus can come up and I cough it out and spit. Like, I had got my routine. I had to figure it out because I'm ready to go. Yeah. Right. I was on a feeding tube for like 2 weeks, so I wasn't eating nothing. Like, they wouldn't let me do nothing. I'm like, this mucus got to come out of me. Like, something have to give. Right. So eventually, it ended up getting cleared up. And I think I ended up leaving Grady on Halloween or the day before Halloween. And that's when I went to Emory for therapy. Mind you, I went to the one, I think on Clifton Road. They didn't know what to do with my injury because the Shepherd Center wasn't letting nobody in.
Yeah, it's always a waiting list.
And that Emory is the school.
So when I was there, it was just like older people there. I eventually ended up getting a roommate. She was a few years older than me, but it was nothing they can really do for me. But of course, they got me out of bed every day. We learned how to calf, what to do with the bath, certain exercises, and like, because mind you,
were you at Emory?
If I was there from Halloween, I didn't go home until like December 7th. So I was there like almost 2 months, but yeah.
A month and a half.
So like we was trying to figure out stuff like with eating, wash my face, brush my teeth. Eventually I got all that. But as far as like the exercise and the therapy, they was just going with the flow of what they knew because my injury was like something, it wasn't something they was used to dealing with. So my mom came and she learned how to calf me because that's their thing. They don't want to send you home without the person that's taking care of you knowing what they're doing. So of course we figured that out. And then that's when we got home, that's when it settled in. Like, so that was how my life was, like waking up after that. And it was hard in the beginning. That first year was a mess, like, because we figuring each other out. My mama was still working and then coming home to do that. And it was just a lot. Like, it was too much. Like, I was at the point where I was crying, breaking down. I'm like, this too much. I don't know what to do. Like, and then it was a lot on my mom. And at first it was just like my mom, my grandma, and my sister at the time. But my mom was still doing mostly everything and then still having to go to work. Like, it was a lot. Like, it was causing tension in our household.
Yeah.
But eventually
y'all figured it out.
figured it
Y'all
out.
together, see? And
And
I
then
love
we
how you and your
here.
mama just
Yeah,
like.
exactly.
Yes, I love my mama. Like,
Exactly.
mama, I love you so much, girl. You're my girl.
I know, right?
Yeah, but that was the beginning for me. So,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, mine's is a little bit different.
Mhm.
When I first, well,
Woke up.
I didn't ever go to sleep.
Oh.
At first,
Mm.
I didn't knock out until I got an ambulance. So when I hit that brick wall, I'm like, call my mama, call Maya. Like, my mama didn't answer the phone, so I'm telling my friend, call Maya. Like, and all I can feel is like me trying to break out the door. It's not registering in my mind that I
You
can't.
stuck.
I can't move. I'm just like, bro, open the door. Like,
Mhm.
can't open the door. The door is jammed in. Like, and the lady was like, because the lady pulled over and stopped, and she was just like, I called the ambulance. They said they'll be here shortly. Just stay with us. She trying to talk to me, so I won't,
Mhm.
go out.
And go out.
All that. When I got in the ambulance, he asked me for my ID. Where he was like, "Where is your ID?" And I told him where to go get it from. I don't remember nothing else. I got to the hospital, and it was like very faint. Mind you, this is Nevson in making. It's very faint. Like, it's just like open my eyes for like 30 seconds, close them. Like, I don't remember nothing. They never told me that I was paralyzed. I had to hear from like people talking. And it was just like,
Like they thought you was asleep or something. And
no,
right in the hallway talking.
but I didn't hear it until like a couple of days later,
Mhm.
like because they run their mouth, and I didn't have my phone. Like, my family had my phone. Anybody, and I did tell my sister, like, people call, don't answer. Like, I remember telling her that when she came up there to see me, and one of my nephews was born while I was in the hospital, like, but I was still kind of like KOing, like, really wasn't put together. All I can remember is putting the phone on my chest, like, congratulations, I'm so proud of y'all. And I just clocked out. But I will tell y'all this. I did wake up. And I did tell them people, I woke up doing one of my surgeries. And they told me that because they told me that I was hallucinating. I know I was hallucinating, baby. I seen your face.
Yeah.
Like, I know it for sure.
Right.
And they told me basically I should be okay because I can't feel it anyway. And
Your doctor told you that?
Yeah. All the people that was in the surgery room, like, oh, I'm like, I'm up, y'all. Like, I'm up. And
girl,
dead serious. And then I pulled my ventilator out my mouth, everything. Like, I just pulled it off, and I told I told y'all I could breathe. Like, I got this. Don't try to put me on none on need.
Yeah.
And was it the day of my graduation, my original graduation day? So that was that Saturday. And all I can remember asking them, well, no, because during a couple of days of me waking up between surgeries and the actual graduation day, I was getting on everybody's nerves, like, y'all can roll me across that stage. Roll me, I ain't lying. Roll me across the stage, baby. I worked hard for this degree, baby. You better, not playing. Roll me.
Exactly.
So,
girl,
nothing
you
was done.
Too beat up
I was,
to get rolled, like,
baby,
for real.
messed up.
They couldn't even compact you down yet.
Right.
Like, you couldn't even get down yet. You was up, like, straight.
So, I also remember this.
Okay.
Okay, but I also remember like me going into my graduation that was on the courtyard. I was like so not even panicky, like I was aggravated with, I'm in pain, everybody trying to roll up to me, like, get out of my face. I don't want to deal with it. Like, I think I made them mad by telling them I was ready to go back in. I was only outside for like 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And just give me my degree, take this regular picture, and let's go. Yeah, and it was just who. Then when I got to Shepherd, it was more of like I'm sitting here questioning God, like, why you just didn't let me go? Like, why? I don't want to sit here and suffer through this. Like, and like you said, that first year was tough. Like, that first year with me, I had a little episode where I was just like, I'm better off not here. And I just felt, honestly, I felt like it was better for everybody. It was better for my family, me, anybody like that was in my circle, especially because I felt like I didn't just lose my ability to walk. I lost my social life. I lost friends. I lost all that. Like it was just like I even lost the opportunity. Like I was supposed to go to Jackson, Mississippi for grad school that August, and I couldn't go. So it was just like, dang, what am I really here for? I can't even do that. So after that, I mean, I was just questioning, like, God, why? I used to talk to God every day and ask him, why you put me through this? Like, why? Is it really worth it? And I guess he had other plans, and here I am. But it was just like, it was really depressing though. Like, granted, yes, today, I can tell you, today I'm happy to be here.
Right. But then,
but
be like,
4.5 years ago, I'm sitting here like, bro, why?
Right.
What is it? Like, what is it to... What is it to y'all that I'm still here? And then it was like, I used to cry every day at Shepherd. Like, my parents didn't leave Shepherd if I had a breakdown that day. They left. Like, once I got in the bed, I'm happy, all that. Oh, and I forgot to tell y'all. I was on, my jaw had broke. And I told y'all that in the last, 2 episodes ago. But my jaw had broke. They tried to sew my mouth shut. And I refused it, like at Navison. I refused it, like, no, that mean I can't talk to nobody. Like, that mean you finna feed me through a feeding tube? I'm not doing that.
Do you remember hitting your face?
I don't remember none of that. Like, I just know I hit that brick wall, and that was just that. Like, so, when that happened, it was just like, hey, at Shepherd, I was sneaking eating food. Like, I wasn't supposed to be eating because I wasn't even supposed to be moving my mouth.
Puree food.
And smoothies and stuff. I wasn't... What? Y'all trying to feed me this nasty stuff. I need some real... Some yum type stuff. So it was just like, I was questioning like, dang, why I gotta sit here and go through this? Like, it was just a lot of questioning. Like, I just felt like I couldn't eat my little problems away. It just a lot had played into it. But... hey, I'm here today. That's all I can say is thank you, God.
You started eating those problems away, though.
I did, because I gained all my weight back.
I gained all my weight. She was ordering food, I was ordering food. She was ordering food, I was ordering food. We was eating Juicy Crab and Roof Chris like it wasn't nothing.
Hello, Houston's been on.
You would thought we was some millionaires at the Chef.
Hello. Just spending money.
Yeah.
They were almost known to order outside food. I was like, yeah, because I wasn't finna keep eating that food y'all was giving me.
And
I could believe
granted, Shepherd food wasn't nasty.
Nah, it wasn't. But I couldn't really.
I couldn't.
You know what you wanted.
Yeah, I couldn't get jiggy with just eating tacos
I
all
ate
the
fried
time.
chicken every day. Every day I ate fried chicken. I made my mom go to the cafeteria and get me a 6-piece fried chicken, and it wasn't even seasoned or anything. It was just fried chicken, but it was good. It was hot, and that's what I ate every morning.
And one day I tell y'all this at Shepherd, one of the boys that was on our hallway or whatever, he was finna have like a graduation party because he was finna leave like that next day or 2 days later or something. I knew that if I went upstairs, some of the nurses was gonna be up there, all that. They had pizza and all that upstairs. I knew I couldn't go up there and eat. I ordered Zaxby's. I ate Zaxby's. They was I used to, walk around with blankets and stuff. Man, that nurse came in that boy room because I was eating in his room because I knew they was gonna come in there looking for me.
Yeah,
I ate in his room. She came in his room, tried to get his vitals and stuff. I threw my blanket over my food, like threw it just to hide it. Like
I was in there that day, and I used to be like, "This girl, she done pissed me off because now she eating something else. Like, what are you eating now?"
Like, she was like,
"Yo, I ordered it because I was hungry and I wanted
what
real
y'all
food."
want me to do? Because at first y'all was saying I was malnutritious because I wasn't eating. So now that I'm trying to eat what I want, y'all want to feed me broth.
Yeah,
I don't eat no broth.
Because your mouth was supposed to be sewed shut. Remember?
Exactly, but still, I don't want that.
I don't care.
But I mean, it is what it is. I'm here today, and I can eat whatever I want.
Exactly. Well, life. When I woke up, let's see. First of all, I ain't never go to sleep either until I got into the ambulance. So I remember everything. Like I say, like same thing with you. I can hear people talking, and my eyes was closed, but I kept telling them the sun was in my face, sun in my face, get the sun out my face, and and eventually I got into the ambulance. Once I got into the ambulance, I just clocked out. Like I don't remember nothing like up until I got back in the emergency room. So when I got into the emergency room, I ended up at Grady. So mine's happened May 16th, 2021. And it was on a Sunday or whatever. So like I said, when I woke up, once I got out the ambulance and I got to the hospital, I was laying back on the stretcher, and I just remember looking over at my mom, talking to my friends on FaceTime, and they just kept saying, "You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be all right." My daddy kept telling my friends, "She's strong. She gonna be all right. She gonna be all right. She good." And like I don't even think he knew what predicament I was in, but he just knew that I was gonna be okay. And so I laid there, and they kept trying to figure out why my blood pressure was going down, and they kept saying it won't stay stable, it won't stay stable. So they finally realized that it was my neck that was broke, and they was like, okay, we got to rush her into surgery. So boom, I go into surgery, I get my neck surgery done, I come out of surgery. That was on a Sunday. On a Monday, I don't even remember waking up from that surgery, but then Monday, which was the next day, I had surgery on my pelvic on both sides. So I kind of like dislocated my hip and fractured my lumbar. So they had to put a screw in the back of my spine, it's a screw right before my spine, but like behind my stomach, so that it's holding my back together, holding my pelvic together in the back or whatever. So I got that surgery done on a Monday. And like when I woke up, like I say, I just remember trying to get this tube out of my mouth, and I couldn't get it out of my mouth. Like the ventilator, I couldn't get it out. And I was like, just telling them, take it out, take it out. So they was like, what are you trying to do? So they was like, give her something, give her a pen. And when they gave me the pen, I wrote something down. It was ugly too. It was real ugly. You can understand it a little bit, but they told my mom that, oh, she's not supposed to be writing. That's all I remember them telling her. Like, she's not supposed to be writing with her dominant hand because of my injury level. And so I was trying to write, and they basically took it out eventually or whatever. And I was breathing on my own. I was in Grady for about 12 days. And at the time, like, I was laying in the bed, and I just remember trying to hold my phone, and the phone just kept dropping, y'all. It just kept sliding right out. And I kept saying, hold on, y'all. When I finally got on, I wanted to get on live. When I finally got when I woke up, I wanted to get on live to tell everybody that I was okay. I was doing fine. I'm good. Like, my voice was so, it was whispery. Yeah. Like, they couldn't really hear me.
Box was
yeah,
slow.
It was like, they was like, we can't hear you. And I was like, I know, but I'm talking, y'all. They was like, oh, we good to see you. When I tell you I had so many views that day, because everybody wanted to see me. So, I mean, I wasn't even eating either. I was eating like a spoonful of mashed potatoes, and that was cool for me, at the time. But I didn't know my injury level at the time. I was laying in bed. I couldn't really move my legs at all. I just remember just laying there. Well, y'all don't know, but like when you have kids, like they give you the epidural in your back so you can't move your legs. So it kind of felt like that all over again. In my mind, I felt like, because my baby was only 15 months, so it kind of brought me back to that stage, like, oh, I'm just like this for now. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like this for now. It's going to rub off. It's going to rub off in a minute. No, that didn't happen. So 2 weeks later, I had a embolism in my lung or whatever, which was a blood clot in my lung. And they kept me even longer at Grady because they wanted to make sure that was gone. So I had to keep taking the medication to make sure the blood clot was gone. So as I was laying at Grady, like I say, my hands was weak. I had a friend come every day, basically every day. I had each friend like took turns and stayed at the hospital with me all day, took care of me, washed me up, washed my feet, washed my body, washed my breasts, washed everything that they could think of to keep me clean and make sure that I was comfortable.
Yeah.
I went to the Shepherd Center maybe like my third week, which was Memorial Day weekend. I went to the Shepherd Center. I got in the Shepherd Center. It was 20 different people at the Shepherd Center because you got somebody in each career. Like, you got somebody that's a speech therapist. You got the counselor. You got OT, PT. Yeah. I mean, you have the recreational people, vocational people, and everybody you can think of, the doctor, the nurses, the PCT, everybody, neurologist.
Everybody that literally.
Yeah, so everybody was all around me and just kept asking me, well, can you hold your pee? Can you hold your pee? Can you hold? And I was like, yeah, like I can. but why y'all keep asking me this? And I never knew why they was asking me this, and until I realized what everybody else was dealing with, and I was like, it's not, we're not supposed to be able to hold our urine anymore. And I was just like, I never understood, and I'm like, y'all keep asking me the same thing. Like, it's too many of y'all in here anyways. Like, just stop coming. So they just kept coming back to back, and so like I say, maybe like the third week, my legs were moving. They just was doing like this. They didn't do this or that. They just was moving in and out, in and out. I didn't have no toe movement until maybe the 4th week. Then one day I was sitting on the bed and then my toe did like this, and it just was a little bit, and I was just like, oh, my toes are moving. And when I tell you, I just started crying because I was just so happy that something else was moving other than my arms and stuff. Right. And like, I couldn't really open up. My hands was weak, so I couldn't open up a drink. I couldn't twist the top off. I had to ask my friend, my cousin Asia, over here to help me out. I said, Asia, can you open this straw for me, please?
Every straw.
Like, and when I really looked over there and asked her to open it, and don't get me wrong, like, I know she was there to help me, but like, I felt so bad asking her, because first of all, she younger than me, and like, she in her wheelchair. We both in a wheelchair, but why?
I was in way worse condition than you.
And I was in my mind, I was thinking like, why is she stronger than me already? You know what I'm saying? Like, how is she?
No, it was more so my hands were still able. They wasn't strong, but they wasn't as weak as these. Yeah, and so it was just like I could still do those type of things. And I mean, I used to get mad. Like, nigga, why you keep asking me?
She's like, girl, give me this straw. She opened it up for me. I was like, oh, thank you, girl. I was happy. But one day I was in my room, y'all, and I started opening up. Something told me to try a bottle. I opened up one bottle. I had a 6-pack of Dr. Pepper. I'll never forget. 6 case of Dr. Pepper. I opened it up. I said, oh, I can open up a drink now. I said, wait, my hand's getting stronger. So I was like, let me get another one. So I went and got another Dr. Pepper. I opened that one up. Okay. I said, well, let me get a Minute Maid drink then. See if I can open that one up. I opened that one up. I was over there opening up every bottle in there. And I was saying to myself, if they go flat, guess what? I don't even care. I opened up all these bottles in here. So at the end of the day, that's just that. But, you know, at the end of the day, after all that, like, therapy and being at the Shepherd Center, they help you. Like, therapy had you going, doing everything every day from 9 to 5. It was like a job at therapy. So it was like you know, it just kept you going for one, like, basically. But yeah, so that was my life getting up, and here I am today, and I'm just happy to be alive. That's why you know what I'm saying? I'm happy always. Majority of the time, I am a happy person, unless somebody really tick me off. But
yeah, me too.
I'm really happy, like, overall. Like,
is it something like a memory that's of y'all in the hospital that y'all was just like never speak on?
A memory that we never would speak on?
Mm-hmm. Like, it was just like a bad memory or something.
I don't think I really had. I don't know. I was just too in my head. I'm so sad. I can't think of it. What about you? You must got something.
Most definitely. What about you, Z? I do, but I'll say what it is, though.
So what is it?
What it is too. Like.
Well, when I first got a Shepherd or whatever, I kind of was mad that I did have to have another back surgery, and it was more so like me and my PT kind of exchanged words or whatever. Shout out to Brian. But it was more of like, bro, I'm getting set back. Like, why do I really have to go through another surgery? Can't y'all just like put something in there and drain the fluid out? And that's when he had to let me know, like, well, he had Dr. Elmer's let me know that my back was broke again.
Damn.
So it was like, hey, it's either you want to get better or you want to decrease. And I was just like, you know what? Whatever. But that was I told myself, I don't think I ever just like talk about how me having to have another back surgery affected
being
me.
set back. Yeah. Same thing with me, like when it came to walking, like the first 2 weeks when I got out of surgery, y'all, they was like, oh, we're going to come and give you an x-ray and see if you can be able to stand up on your legs and stuff and walk again. 2 weeks later, we get the x-ray. He say, no, I don't think you're ready to walk again, Miss Johnson. Give you about a couple more weeks. So we'll come back in 2 more weeks or whatever. So I'm like, 2 more weeks? All right, okay. I can deal with 2 more weeks. It's only 14 days. I came back 2 more weeks later, y'all. He told me the same thing.
Another
Then he
2
said
weeks.
another 3 weeks. When I tell you, every time that set me back, and I was crying because I felt like I was gonna move forward, and I couldn't even start moving forward yet because I had to sit down. Like they didn't want me to move. I was on weight bearing restriction for 12 weeks.
Wow.
So
I think I didn't really have a bad memory, but when it set in to me that I'm actually paralyzed and this is what I have to do when I go home. One day, this was when I first got my first shower. They have shower chairs. They rolled me to the shower or whatever. Got my first shower. Mind you, dirty. That means the nurses who bathing me, they just doing like bed bath, but they ain't really scrubbing.
Yeah.
My mama came in, she did everything. Wash hair, scrubbing. I just keep looking at the rag like, damn, like, so what y'all been
Black.
doing?
Right.
Right.
What y'all
Like,
doing?
why am I black?
When I go back to the room, they have the lifts connected to the ceiling in the hospital. So I was like, when I go home, do they got to put a lift in my ceiling? Like, I didn't know, but that's when I found out we got manual lifts or
the
whatever.
one you got to crank up, right?
I didn't have the crank, thank God. I had the one with the remote, so I'm a little bougie.
Oh, okay, that's
so.
bad.
I ain't get that opportunity.
Yeah, no, I got that one.
Dang.
So when I was transferring from the shower chair to get back in bed, I did the number 2 light. It just came straight down.
Damn.
I was like, I was so like embarrassed and sad, and I'm
right.
Don't be
like,
embarrassed. It's
Right,
just,
it happened.
we,
I just
yeah,
started
you can't control
no, but that's
that.
when it set in. I'm just like, this is too much.
Yeah.
Like, that's when I knew, like, I can't control it. Then it just happened. They just gave me a bath. They had to clean it up. It was
Yeah.
boo boo all on the floor. So when I get in the bed, I just started crying. They like, what's wrong? What's going on? I'm like, this is too much. Like, how we gonna go home and deal with this? Like, I was over it. I was so sad for myself. It's also sad for my mama, and you know,
She had to
my
deal
sister
with
and my
it and
mama,
stuff.
they had to take care of me, and this is what they got to deal with. And that's when my reality set in. Like, damn,
Right.
Y'all know.
I can't do nothing. I can't help. I can't do nothing.
But what used to piss me off when they used to bring those rags in there and they put the water inside of it, and they said they finna wash you up with the little rags, you know, the ones that come in the plastic. And
Yeah.
they gotta put. So one day they was my nurse when she was getting it out, I said, "Can you get the soap and the rag?" I said, "I don't want that no more." I was like, I don't want this. Like, you don't want this? I was like, no, I want soap and a rag. I want to feel a roughness. I want to feel that. Like, what is that
Scrub
little?
me that.
What is
Scrub
that little?
me,
What is that little
yes.
baby wipe doing for me? It ain't doing nothing for me.
No, it
you
was,
know.
yeah, I was just like, I know they ain't bathing me as like they need to be. You know what I'm saying? Because, baby, when I got that first shower, I felt so
Good.
fresh and relaxed. Like,
That's how I
right.
did when I had my first time.
yes, girl, I was too happy. I'm like, oh, thank God for you, mama. But
Yeah.
And then, but I was on antibiotics, right? I was on antibiotics, like, and them doxycyclines. No, it wasn't. I don't even know what it was. I got sent home on doxycycline, but whatever, because I was on 2 antibiotics. I had an IV one and a pill one, same day type. When I tell you that joint had my booty loose, like every time I moved in therapy room, baby,
Yeah.
they used to have to hurry up and get me back to the room.
Yeah.
Like, it's
So
just-
that was me too.
I was like,
was
loose
on,
booty
I was on some Keisha KRT, y'all, and y'all know that stuff don't play,
The
right?
right thing.
So I told myself, I ain't gonna take this tea when I get home because I be moving too much, baby. If I take this tea, I ain't gonna never get to leave the house. I say
Yeah.
it's different when you're in the hospital and the bathroom is right there next to
Yeah.
your room. Like,
Mhm.
it's just different now. Baby, I can't be mobile and be trying to use and have to go to another bathroom because I won't make it. Because for one, I walk slow. That's even when I have to when I have to urine. I walk slow, so I have to make sure I give myself at least 5 minutes prior to me saying I got to pee. I got to go to the bathroom. If not, I'm not gonna make it. And I don't take no book bag with clothes in it, which
Okay,
I
it
should
is,
always
yeah.
keep a bag,
Yeah.
but I don't.
Me too.
But yeah,
because I pee through these and be all in the bed.
push
But-
kind of should take
Ooh.
these drawers off, baby, and slide these pants back up and be like, "Hey, I'm
Free
going
ball.
straight home after free ball. That's it.
Yeah.
But
Do what I got to do."
Ooh, baby.
Yeah.
But we also have to understand, well, other people have to understand that accidents do happen.
happen.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, it happens.
anything can happen at any given time because, baby,
Yeah.
I can't feel it.
Mm-mm.
And I would tell y'all, when you get to the point where you do want to get on the airplane and get to traveling, girl, make sure you do a bowel program as soon as you land.
Oh, okay.
Because that airplane will move your bowels.
Oh,
Oh,
And you're gonna have to do it like as soon as you land, get settled, boom.
that is
And then
true,
you probably
though.
got to do it again that night if you traveling in the morning.
But even with me,
because
my stomach
I
be
had
hurting
to
when
go
I'm
out
walking through the
in
airport
Orlando.
early in the morning to the point my stomach just hurts really bad. Like And I be feeling like I'm finna use it at any moment, but I'm sitting in my chair and I'm like, I gotta get through this airport. Like, 'cause you know, for me, it take me 20, 30 minutes. I'm sitting down on the toilet. So I'm like, I gotta get through the airport, like get to the other side first so I won't miss this flight. And then I can go handle my business while I wait. But yeah.
When I tell you, them Jones. But I mean, let's swap it on up. Do y'all have any advice this week for the people?
Yes. Okay, so my advice is to tame your tongue because your tongue is powerful. And I say that because the night of my accident, me and my friends, we was like, okay, this going to be our last night partying. We finna go out with a bang. And literally did we know, like, we went out with a bang, all right? Like, and it was literally their last time partying. Thank God, you know, me and my other friends are alive and we made it, even if I'm paralyzed. But you literally have to watch what you say. Like, your tongue is so powerful. Speak nothing but positive in life over yourself, for real.
Mine is never take life for granted because tomorrow is not promised. That's why I move the way I do. That's why I travel the way I travel, because guess what? My life was short for a little second. And then, you know, I overcame it. So I beat the odds.
Mine's is no matter what God throws at us, it's always the brightness at the end of the tunnel. I mean, you know, we gotta get through the storm to see the light. So that's all I can say. No matter how tough it was before, we all made it out. Look at us, we're in the best predicament that we have been within the last 4 to 5 years. Yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, we have to all we have to do is give thanks to God, and it's up from here. Like, facts.
Amen.
And one more thing. Stay out of our handicap parking spot, because we need those spots. Okay, my girl need her space.
I need my space.
Girl need her space, and I need my space too. Like, I need it for real, because I need to be closer. So
y'all need to
back up, because I'm looking in the rearview mirrors and everything on the tags, baby. I'm rolling up because I be like, hey, you got a tag?
And I'm talking my jump.
Do you got one hanging up?
I talk my jump.
I need that space.
At Shepherd, they told us take pictures, send to the police.
Okay,
I don't do that. I don't do that. But
I be ready to snitch, but I don't be having that time on me because I be moving so fast. But I be ready to say, well, I'm finna tell on you because you in my spot.
But thanks for tuning in.
Thank y'all.
Make sure y'all
like, subscribe,
everything.
Comment. Thank you, and thank you for all your feedback.
Have a good one.
Until next time.
Until next time.